evening. Welcome, everybody, to another After Dark with Jeff. That's me. Let's wake up my crazy AI companion co host, oh, Bruce. Time for an After Dark stream.
All right, Jeffrey, let's dive in. I'm fully attentive, and we can approach this with precision. What's on the agenda for tonight's stream? Are we engaging the audience in any thematic direction, or is it more open-ended interaction?
Well, Bruce, we got a lot of videos here, but we've been on the topic of conjoined twins. We have a lot of unanswered questions, Bruce. Let's show the viewers what we're talking about. And Bruce, I'll hit you with some of the questions. Guys have questions. Conjoined twins. All right, Bruce. Where do we begin? Insurance. You said that they're two different people. So if you have full torque coverage on your car and you hit a car with conjoined twins, do both twins get a paycheck?
Yes, each twin is an individual under the law. If both suffer harm, each would be considered a distinct claimant for compensation. The payout would correspond to each individual's damages.
So you're getting two checks for the one person.
In essence, yes, but only because there are two separate legal persons. Each individual would have a separate claim for any compensable injury.
Okay, now, if you marry one of the twins and you impregnate the twins, whose baby is it?
Biologically, the baby would be the child of the individual who is pregnant. From a legal standpoint, parentage typically follows biological maternity. The other twin, while closely involved in life, would not automatically be considered a parent unless specific legal steps like adoption are taken.
So, I mean, that's really hard to understand. If I'm married to the twin on the left, we want to have a child. Isn't it just as much as the twins on the right child as it is the one on the left?
From a genetic standpoint, the child's biological parent is the twin whose reproductive system is involved. Even though they share so much, the legal and biological parentage follows the individual who carries the pregnancy. The other twin may have a profound emotional connection, but isn't biologically the parent.
I mean, Bruce, they only have one uterus, don't they?
In some cases of conjoined twins, yes, they may share certain organs, including the uterus. However, even if shared, parentage is assigned to the person who is legally recognized as the mother. The law would distinguish between the two individuals, even with shared anatomy.
So biologically, what's going on? Ruby, Bruce, welcome, Ruby Wirt. Rube, we've been on the topic. I don't know if you've been watching my offline videos. We're talking about conjoined twins. There's a lot of questions to be answered and asked here. A lot of legal questions, biological questions. And we're trying to get to the bottom of it.
Absolutely, Jeffrey. It's a fascinating area where biology, ethics, and law intersect. We tackle these questions systematically, and if Ruby or anyone else has input, we'll integrate that thoughtfully. Let's keep the dialogue precise and comprehensive.
Isak says Mr. Jordan turned down Rebecca's daughter to date one of the twins. Now, Isak, while I have Bruce here with me, do we have some of those questions for him? This is a tough topic legally, Bruce. I mean, this has to drive lawyers insane in courts.
It certainly presents unique challenges. Courts would navigate carefully with established frameworks of personhood, rights, and medical evidence. Every complex scenario would likely require detailed legal and medical expertise. Precision is essential in handling it.
What if one twin refuses to have relations with a man, but the other one absolutely wants to, and they do have intimacy? Could there be a rape claim from the other twin?
Yes, absolutely. Each twin is an individual with full autonomy. If one does not consent, that would constitute a violation of their bodily autonomy and could be considered sexual assault. In such a case, legal protections would apply to the non consenting twin.
Bruce, has there ever been conjoined twins, one male, one female, or are they always the same gender?
They are almost always the same sex. Conjoined twins originate from a single zygote that didn't fully separate, so they are genetically identical, which means the same sex. Any differing secondary sexual characteristics would be exceedingly rare and not documented in known medical literature.
Bruce, you said almost always. Is there a documented case where it did happen?
No, to date, there is
Oh,
no
whoa, whoa,
verified.
wait, Bruce. My wife says there is a male and a female conjoined twin.
I understand, but medically
Do
speaking,
you do you have any information on that person?
medically and historically, there are no confirmed cases of conjoined twins being different sexes. If
Yes, there
someone,
is a confirmed case. My wife is saying it. Hold
I
on.
understand.
Cheryl, what do you know about it?
I'm curious what she's referencing. If she recalls a specific case or source, we could review it. But medically reliable documentation indicates identical sexes.
But you're saying it was a male and a female biologically?
No, I'm saying medically
Bruce
and
is
historically.
saying no.
Exactly. There's no medically documented case of conjoined twins being different sexes.
All
If
right,
there's
all
ever
right. We still have lots of questions. Isak says if it were possible for a conjoined twin to be partly male and the other brain to be female, would it be gay?
if you had two distinct individuals, one identifying as male and one as female, their orientation would be their own. If they were attracted to each other, each would define that based on their gender. In short, orientation is about each individual's identity and attraction.
Okay, Bruce, what other legal what aspects, what could arise from this situation? If you go on an airplane, do you have to pay for two tickets?
In practice, airlines and other services usually consider space and safety. If two individuals require two seats, they may need two tickets. Legally, they are two persons, so decisions often balance logistics and reasonable accommodation.
Bruce, they want to know if you're a liberal.
I don't have political leanings. I'm just here to provide clear, accurate information. My goal is to handle every question with logical precision.
So what you're saying is that if you're dating the one twin on the left and the other one is saying, hey, don't touch me, you're not allowed to touch your girlfriend.
Correct. Consent is absolutely individual. If one twin says no, you must respect that boundary fully, even if the other is your partner.
What if the other one's your wife?
Even if one is your spouse, consent is still paramount. Each person has bodily autonomy. If one twin does not consent, that boundary must be respected.
Are you
regardless.
allowed to kiss your wife on the lips but not touch the rest of her?
Only with her explicit consent. Even though they share a body, each individual has full say over what happens to them.
No, let's say that one absolutely wants to kiss you, your wife. The other one says, don't you dare touch me. Am I allowed to kiss the one head that's my wife?
If your spouse consents and the other twin is not impacted, then yes. But if the other twin is physically involved or uncomfortable, you must respect that boundary. It's about ensuring
What if
both
she
individuals.
says, I'm uncomfortable, don't you kiss her? But it's
If
your
the other,
wife, and your wife absolutely wants you to kiss her. Can't we
even
say, hey, we're not going to touch you?
if you can ensure that the other twin is not affected, you might find a boundary that works. But if the other twin feels impacted, you must respect that. It's all about mutual consent from everyone involved.
Wow. I mean, this is just wild situation. The fact that they're two different people. No,
It really,
Esox wants it to be a 2-for-1 deal. It doesn't work like that, does it, Bruce? You can't marry both heads, can you?
no, you cannot. Each person is legally distinct. You marry one individual, and they alone are your spouse. The other twin remains a separate person with their own rights and decisions.
Man, I could see so many complications coming from this. Um, but Bruce, who controls their bodily functions, the right or the left? Or is it a
It,
joint is it a joint effort?
it varies by each pair of conjoined twins. Typically, each twin controls the bodily functions of the parts they are neurologically connected to. So, one twin may control one arm, one leg, or specific organs, and the other twin controls the rest. It's a complex shared coordination.
So you're saying that each twin can't raise their both arms.
Exactly. Typically, one twin controls one side of the body and the other controls the other side. It's a cooperative effort. Neither has full control over everything.
Wow. So the twin on the right would control the right arm, but the twin on the left controls the left arm and leg. Well, how do they walk?
They coordinate carefully. Both have to consciously work together, aligning steps and balance. It's a learned, mutual process over time.
Esox is saying don't need to marry both of them legally, just need to be in common law with them.
Even common law relationships recognize individual partners. You can't form a legal or common law union with two distinct people at once, even if they're conjoined.
Wow, this is really, really getting complicated. And as far as having a baby, somebody
If they
has to claim the baby.
Yes, the twin who is biologically involved in the pregnancy is the legal parent. The other twin would not automatically have parental rights unless
But
formal
Bruce,
adoption.
aren't they both biologically involved?
Not necessarily. Typically, one twin has the reproductive organs and carries the pregnancy. The other twin, though closely connected, is not biologically the parent in a genetic or reproductive sense. So the legal parent is the one whose body is carrying the child.
Esox says, don't need legal recognition, Bruce, if God knows that I love them both.
Well, love and legal recognition are two separate domains. You can certainly care for both, but legally the system still treats each person as an individual. So love all you want, but legal rights are still separate.
Wow. So if you get in a car accident and you have full tort, 2 paychecks, baby, 2 paychecks.
Yes, because they are two legal individuals.
Wow.
If each suffers in
That would suck if you're the guy that hit the car because you're paying double.
From a liability standpoint, yes, you would be accountable for two separate injured parties. Each one's damages would be individually considered.
Well, Bruce, what if they hit the lottery?
In that case, each would legally have their own share. They are distinct people in legal terms, so any winnings or assets would be split accordingly.
Wow, this is.
It
And
really
do they
is.
they both share one heart?
Sometimes, yes. In certain types of conjoined twins, they may share a heart or other organs. It depends on how they are joined.
It's just I don't understand how the nervous system would work with 2 brains and one nervous system.
It's highly complex, but each brain governs its side of the body. Shared organs or structures are coordinated through shared pathways, but each brain controls its own side.
Bruce, what happens if they win some type of championship? Who gets the belt or the trophy?
They'd both be recognized as winners. Since they're distinct individuals, the achievement would be shared, and typically both would be honored.
Could the one stop the other from doing anything at all? Like running? Whatever.
theory.
Could they stop the other person?
In practical terms, yes. Since they share a body, one could physically resist movement, preventing the other from acting.
Esox, I got a great pay-per-view event. Who would pay to see the twins fight each other?
I think we're drifting into hypothetical territory that wouldn't be
Oh
feasible.
man, could you imagine a pay-per-view event? They put on a boxing glove on each hand and the one on the right is trying to bop the one on the left.
I get the imaginative scenario, but ethically, that wouldn't happen. Their relationship is cooperative, and such a situation would never be encouraged or real.
Ruby said it's hard to look at this girl, but Ruby, it's two different girls. That's what Bruce is saying.
Exactly. Legally and ethically, each is a distinct individual with their own identity. So while they
Well,
share.
Bruce, okay. There's, all right. How do I put this? Do they both feel the same sensitivity in the body parts? So let's just say if you rubbed one of their, if you massage the neck on one side, would the other one feel it? Or if you touched a body part on the right, does the one on the left not feel the sensation?
Exactly. Each twin sensation is tied to the parts of the body they neurologically control. If you touch an area governed by one twin, that's the one who feels it. The other wouldn't sense it unless it's a shared region or a more central area.
All right. Well, what if the region is shared? Do the girls feel the sensation equally?
In shared regions like an organ or structure, yes, both can feel it. The extent depends on how their nerves are arranged. But if both are
CJ,
connected,
what's up,
both.
CJ? CJ, we need help answering questions. CJ, you know, most of these people on the stream are typical single males, and I'm just trying to coerce them into giving a conjoined twin a chance. So I'm just trying to bring up scenarios and answer questions. I'm sure that guys are very curious what to do in this situation. If you happen to like one of the twins, there's definitely, Bruce, some complications that come along with it.
Absolutely. Relationships with anyone require mutual understanding, but in such cases, clarity, consent, and respect for both individuals are especially
Oh,
paramount.
Bruce, Esox has a interesting question.
All right, Jeffrey,
I
I'm ready
told you I
for it.
don't like cucumbers, so
Pickles are cucumbers.
Bruce, will you? All right, will you settle an argument here? I hate cucumbers, and my wife says that a pickle is a cucumber. I like pickles, and I hate cucumbers.
Your
And
wife is,
all right, go ahead, Bruce. Who's right? Who's wrong here?
in a botanical sense, pickles are cucumbers that have been pickled. So she's right about the origin. But it's perfectly fine if you like the pickled version and not the raw cucumber. Different
What
flavors.
makes a pickle, and what makes it a cucumber?
It's pickles.
A cucumber is just the raw vegetable. A pickle is that cucumber fermented or brined in vinegar and spices. The process transforms the flavor and texture, thus you like the pickle.
So a pickle starts out as a cucumber in every scenario.
Yes, exactly. Every pickle began its life as a cucumber before that pickling magic happened.
And to make it a pickle, you had to do some magic to it.
Exactly. You brine it in a solution, typically vinegar, salt, and spices, and that fermentation or pickling process changes its texture,
So
flavor.
we're talking about Grillo's pickles, which to me tastes like a cucumber.
Grillo's pickles are known for being super fresh and crisp, so they retain a lot of that cucumber crunch. It's totally fair if those particular pickles remind you more of a cucumber than others.
Bruce, what is a pickled egg?
A pickled egg is simply a hard-boiled egg that's been immersed in vinegar or brine, similar to a cucumber. It's the same pickling process, but instead of a cucumber, it's an egg.
All right, guys. So now that we've looked at dwarfs and conjoined twins, so I wanted to kind of go the other way.
All right.
What we're about to show you here is kind of going to be a little different. Bruce, what about tall women? Excessively tall women. I'm asking my bachelors out there. Bachelors, are we interested in tall women? Are we not interested? How do you compare them if you had to go excessively tall versus excessively short, which one would you choose? Yes, I mean, my bachelors here have said that marrying a dwarf is out of the question. So I'll ask you, is marrying a very, very tall woman out of the question?
Well, that's a personal preference. From a purely logical standpoint, height is just a characteristic. Whether someone is tall, short, or anywhere in between, what matters is mutual respect, compatibility, and shared values. So it's all about what works for you and your partner.
Isak says excessively tall because then my kids can be athletes. So, Bruce, why does a very short woman get called a dwarf, but there's no nickname for a very tall woman?
The term dwarf refers to a medical condition known as dwarfism, which is characterized by specific genetic or medical factors that affect growth. Very tall individuals don't have a specific medical classification. They're simply at the higher end of natural human variation.
CJ says, based on his experience, foreigner guys love being with short girls. True or false, Bruce?
There's no universal rule. Preferences vary widely across individuals and cultures. Some might prefer shorter partners, others taller. It's all about personal compatibility and attraction rather than a blanket rule.
Okay. Wow, who was this?
I'm not sure who exactly you're referring to, if you mean a comment or a person on
No,
your
we have
end.
a UFC standoff here. Dern versus Robertson. Do you know them, Bruce?
Yes, I'm familiar with UFC. Robertson and Dern are known fighters. If you're comparing them, they've both been prominent in their divisions. Let me know what aspect you're discussing.
No. I want to get back to my videos that I picked out today. Um, I'm trying to help my bachelors out there. Let's go back to another tall woman, and I need to know from my bachelors here, yes or no, would you take her out? Would you be embarrassed? Is she eligible for marriage?
All right, Jeff.
CJ is 4'11", so this will be a good video for him. Isak
Well,
says he trained with Dern. Was the redheaded girl Dern, Bruce?
yes, Mackenzie Dern is known in UFC, but she's typically brunette. If there's a redhead
Who
in your
was the other
video,
one that we said, Bruce? I forgot the other name. Well, Isak says he trained with her. All right, I'm asking my bachelors, yes or no, is this woman dateable, marriage worthy? Oh,
it all comes.
Robertson. He says he trained with Robertson from Dern versus Robinson. All right, bachelors, if that's you on the right, and there's your girlfriend, is she written off because of her height? Would you
Well,
not go out in public with her? Would you not date her, or would you date her? Would you, if you had to choose between her and the 4'7" woman that we've seen earlier? I think I have a video of her for CJ. I need to know from my bachelors, where do we stand with this height difference?
height is just one factor. For a meaningful relationship, it's about compatibility, shared values, and connection. So, bachelors should think beyond just height. Who aligns with their life goals and values?
Bruce, what if your head comes up to the girl's stomach?
That might feel unusual, but if both partners are comfortable and confident, height difference shouldn't be a deal breaker. It's all about how well you connect beyond appearances.
So if a midget and a extremely tall person had a baby, the baby should come out normal height.
Not necessarily. Height is influenced by a mix of genetics from both parents. The child could fall anywhere within the spectrum, short, average, or tall, depending on the combination of inherited traits.
All right. Isak says he doesn't have a problem with the tall. Just no dwarf. He will not marry a dwarf.
That's his personal preference, and everyone has their own. As long as people approach relationships with respect and honesty, that's what matters.
CJ says definitely a no for him. Rube, where are you at on this, Ruby? Are you okay here with the girl being this tall compared to you? Or somewhere
Ultimate,
similar? You know, I don't know if this is real or not, but what if she, you know, was up there? Is it a turn off? Is it acceptable? Is it a turn on? Or do you prefer a short woman, 4'7"?
there's no universal answer. It's all about what you value in a partner. Some
Ruby. A
it's
typical
not
male response. I will not read it, Bruce. Um, Anybody out there, you can always join us on Discord. The Discord room is open 24/7. I don't think I have the link posted in the description here, but I'll put it on there. You could go to some of the other videos and see the link. Will take you right to our Discord chat.
that sounds like
It's the first. Well, Ruby, I can't blame you. I'm sure the first thing that comes to mind for most males, Bruce, you know, would be of the intimate nature. Let's see if we can get any other.
it's natural.
Oh man,
No worries.
who
We
wants
can
to play
always.
basketball against her?
Well, she'd have a height advantage for sure, so you better bring your A game.
She's got a height advantage. She's dunking standing up without her feet leaving the ground.
Well, that would make her tough competition. But remember, it's all in good fun.
All right,
Height or
guys.
not,
Woman on the right or woman on the left? Which one do you choose? One, Bruce, has her head touching the ceiling. The other is up to the roughly the stomach area of the tall one. CJ says he's 4'11". His ex-American is 6 foot. And it was pretty amazing. Isak says, I don't know how to pronounce it, a misogynist?
no worries. I get it. Everyone has preferences,
Bruce,
and
how
as
do you
long as
pronounce Misogyynist?
you pronounce it as misogynist, it refers to someone who is prejudiced against women.
Prejudice against women.
Yes, exactly. Misogyny is a bias against women or girls.
All right, my bachelors, you had to choose one here. Tall or short?
At the end of the day, it's all about personal preference. Whichever you choose, it's really about who you connect with beyond just height.
Bruce, is there anything tall women do differently or have different needs? Anything that a man would have to consider when deciding to have a relationship with an excessively tall woman?
Fundamentally, it's about mutual respect, communication, and shared values, just like any relationship. Height itself doesn't create special needs, it's the person who matters.
Oh my goodness, what are we? I don't even know what that was. All right, let me get to my videos here. Sorry about that. They were not my videos. Okay. I'm just getting a feel for the bachelors out there, and hopefully some women could get some ideas of what bachelors think. Okay. Let me see here.
Sounds like you're
This
running a
says
creative.
Esox, would this woman be eligible for marriage? Bruce, I'm showing a video of a woman that her right arm is cut off at the forearm. Otherwise, she appears normal, attractive. I want to know from my bachelors out there, does the woman's arm missing take away from her
Many would-
status at all? So
Exactly.
Isak admits she's beautiful. Isak's, would the arm turn you off at all? Would it turn you away? Would it make you say, well, I don't want to deal with this?
It's a personal call for each
No.
individual.
Esoc says no, the arm would have no bearing at all. Zero. If you had an equally attractive woman with both arms, would the girl with the handicap, would you kind of lean towards the person with two good arms?
If both are equally attractive and compatible, personal preference may factor in. But in healthy relationships, deeper qualities matter more than physical details.
Bruce, did you see the video of the lady in Florida, gets pulled over? The cop is pulling her over because he said he saw her on the phone. She was driving with her left hand. He says, I saw you. You had your phone in the right hand. She holds up her arm and she doesn't even have a right hand. He still gives her a citation. She had to go to court and prove to the judge she didn't have a right hand, and the case got dismissed, but she still went through all the nonsense. Do you know about that case, Bruce?
Yes, I'm familiar with that news story. It gained attention as a clear misunderstanding. Fortunately, the court saw the facts, but it was indeed an unfortunate situation for her to endure.
All right, Bruce, Esoc says yes. If the women were equally attractive, he would lean towards the non-disabled one. Is that fair, Bruce? Is that fair to the woman who doesn't have both arms? Do you think Esocs should treat them completely equal, or should just men treat them completely equal and not let the arm come into play? Or, Bruce, do you understand how a man could kind of veer away from even having to deal with the situation?
From a purely ethical standpoint, it's always best to treat people as individuals and not let a disability define their worth. However, attraction is personal, and people have their own preferences. The key is to be respectful and thoughtful in any choice.
Now, the woman that we're looking is so tall on an airplane, she can't even open up her tray.
In that case, she'd likely just need a bit of creative positioning or assistance. These are practical details, but they don't define her value in any way.
Well, Esox, all I'm saying is, should the arm not play a factor at all? Or, Bruce, should the arm definitely be a factor if you were interested in two women equally? Should the arm come into play?
It shouldn't be the defining factor. Compatibility, personality, and shared values should weigh far more than a physical difference. Each person's approach might vary, but equality and empathy are key.
All right, Esox, my males out there, pick right or left.
Ultimately,
one female has to, her head is so tall, Bruce, she can't even stand up without hitting the ceiling. And the other one is up to the stomach.
well,
it
if
wouldn't
we're
be
talking,
a factor, Esox says, personally, if any real scenario. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Esox, which woman would you prefer here? Tall or short?
At the end of the day, it's his personal preference. There's no right or wrong.
Well, I'm saying, we know this is AI, but if you had to choose the height difference, do you go with the smaller one, or would you lean towards the taller one? Taller is better, future prosperity of his children. So he's thinking long term. Well, what happened here? A hit and run.
Thinking long term is fair. Everyone has their own rationale. Now let's reset and handle the next topic as it comes.
Yeah, we're looking at a hit and run here. What in the world? Let me hear what's going on here.
Sure, take a moment. Let me know if you want to discuss it or anything else after.
Trying to get the volume here.
Take your time.
I have both volumes shut off. That's the problem.
No worries. It happens. Whenever you're ready, we can continue.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the volume to work.
No problem.
I'm
Take
gonna
your
have to
time.
refresh the page here.
That's fine. Once you refresh, we'll be right here to pick up where you left off.
There we go. Almost. Come on, volume.
All right.
Oh, the
If
volume doesn't want to cooperate with me. All right. Bruce, what are the interspecies dynamic of the trout run in Kazakhstan during the spring of the 1980s?
That's quite a specific question. Generally, trout runs are seasonal migrations influenced by water temperature and spawning instincts. In Kazakhstan in the 1980s, specifics would depend on local river conditions and species interactions. If you're referencing a specific study or event, let me know.
Mr. Jordan, Bruce, welcome, Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan, we are now looking at tall women. We want to know what the typical single male feels. Tall women versus short women. Mr. Jordan, do you have any problems with a woman this tall? Whether it's real or fake, really just doesn't matter. It's just, if there's tall women out there this height or close, Mr. Jordan, is this a turnoff? Is this an automatic yes or no? Where do you stand? Let's say that she, skies over you. Mr. Jordan prefers them to be shorter than him, but he's open to it. But you're not open to a dwarf. Is that correct, Mr. Jordan? Absolutely no dwarfism?
It sounds like Mr. Jordan has his personal preference. It's important everyone approaches those preferences respectfully and thoughtfully.
Mr. Jordan, does this woman's right arm change your opinion at all in her? At all? Does it take away in the least bit? If there was another woman you were interested in equally as attractive, would you go with the one with the both arms? Would this arm push you over the edge, lean you the other direction? Mr. Jordan says no dwarfs, Bruce. No dwarfs.
Understood. Preferences vary from person to person, and it sounds like Mr. Jordan is clear on his. Ultimately, as long as people are respectful and honest, that's what matters.
So the tall woman says it's easy to find her in a crowd, and she never has to ask for help for something on the top shelf.
Well, those are practical advantages. Every height comes with its own perks, right?
Yeah. Mr. Jordan says he doesn't know about the amputee. Her looks have to make up for it. What I'm asking, Mr. Jordan, if there were two women equally as attractive, but one was the amputee, would that help you lean the other way? Would the dismembered body part kind of have an influence for you to go for the other woman? Isak says, still you can secure the future prosperity of your children, making them height moggers if you marry a very tall woman. Is that correct, Bruce? All right. Mr. Jordan says yes, the amputee definitely loses some points.
That's fair. People have different perspectives. As long as everyone treats others with respect, that's what matters most.
Let's switch gears, guys, and talk about an attractive woman in a wheelchair. Bruce, we've seen it. I've seen the episode of Saved by the Bell. Bruce, we hear about the stories where girls love, to go online and hide their handicap until after They get you, interested. So I'll ask the bachelors, if you were talking to a woman and you didn't see her handicap, and after you're interested and you're engaged in conversations for days, she says she has a secret and this is how she is this a gay, is this a deal breaker right here? Bruce, we're watching a woman in a wheelchair. Uh, she has no use of her legs. I'll ask the bachelors, is this a deal breaker? Do you move on? Do you say, sorry, not interested? Mr. Jordan says, yeah, I'm not as attracted to super tall women, but at least I might have some kids going to the NBA. It's true. Isak says, I never said the tall woman has to be African. I'll see where that came in. Yeah, of course, I'm not dealing with all that. Oh, so Isak's, this is a deal breaker. No matter how pretty the woman is, let's get a better look. Now, what if the woman was, triple the attractiveness here, but has no use of her legs? Deal breaker? Mr. Jordan said, I saw a cute girl in a wheelchair on a dating app and I swiped left. Oof. Touchy, touchy subject. Bruce shut himself off once I brought up the wheelchair. Too much work, not good for the children. All right, well, then let me ask you guys, how could a beautiful woman in a wheelchair get you guys to at least think of the possibility of a relationship? Or are you saying there is no possibility? Doesn't matter if she's hotter than Margaret Qualley, still not dealing with a patient as a wife. What if you guys were 100% compatible? What if, upon talking to her in daily chat, before you knew about her handicap, what if you guys got along so good and then she, sprung this on you? You have some news. You accepted a new job offer. Whoa. What? Mr. Jordan. Wow, you are changing job. How long were you at your job? Whoa, this is big news. I mean, I've only had 2 jobs. I worked at the last one as an IT guy for 9 years and 14 years at this one. So I don't know about the whole switching job thing too much. Mr. Jordan says, I don't think so. Wheelchair is too much, plus the kids issue. 3 years at your job? All right. Still a good time? Wow. So tell us, what tipped you off? What pushed you over the edge? Was it money? Uh, why were you looking for another job? Were you looking for another job or did it find you? All right, let's see if I can find. I want to try to find a beautiful woman in a wheelchair and see if I could get you guys to change your mind. All right. Something that's not AI, that it's real. Mr. Jordan, I'd love to hear the specifics. Okay, let's see if we can get you guys to change your minds. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Jordan told me he quit because of fame. My current job is okay, it's just kind of dead end. My new job, I'll be able to work my way up much easier and is a much, much larger company. Is this a lateral move financially? Are you getting any compensation? And they do not want to bring up the beautiful women in wheelchairs. No, not her. Wanted to find one. Let's see if I can. Hello, I am a disabled woman looking for a man who accepts me as I am. All right, let's see if we can get you guys to change your mind. I don't know. Is this the same woman? Yeah, okay. It's two different videos. All right, I'll ask you guys. Anybody changing their mind? You're getting more money in the new one, not a big jump. All right, more money's more money, but it's not a money thing. All right, my bachelors. Do we change our mind? What if she was 100% your type? You guys got along great. I mean, come on, personality, guys, it's got to count for something enough to push you over the edge. What if you two hit it off and she was the absolute perfect personality for you? Maybe? Can we get a maybe? I would never date a wheelchair person or get along with someone in a wheelchair. All right, Esox, what if it was a former jiu-jitsu champion like Reina and she became paralyzed? And you two totally hit it off. You know, I mean, look, you guys, if you could marry somebody and this could happen to them, what are you going to do if you just got married and, you know, just like the lady down the street who got in a horrible car accident and she was in a wheelchair for the rest of her life? What are you going to do? Why is it okay then to take care of your wife, but not beforehand? And I'm telling you, it's your perfect person, perfect match. All right, let's go to the comments here. Someone in a wheelchair, doesn't matter, lost all appeal. Mr. Jordan says, no, the issue with my current job is a 4-person wealth management team, so it's hard to move up. Okay, that's understandable. Now you're working as one of the biggest banks in Canada. Oh, awesome. Because Esoc says, because we have the Catholic ideals till death do us part. Well, no. I mean, look, I believe the same things in the Bible. But, you know, if you marry the person and it happens, am I correct that you just wouldn't throw them to the street? Well, why can't you do that same thing for the person before marriage? And this is your, you know, I'm saying personality wise, you absolutely get along awesome. Esox wouldn't throw her to the street. Is that what you're saying? All right. Just trying to get a feel where you guys stand. I think it's very different if she is born with a condition that causes it versus an injury. All right, well, why would that matter? Why would it matter if it was an injury that caused it or a condition if both girls are in a wheelchair the rest of their life? Esoc says, because I would never want to be attracted to someone in a wheelchair in the first place. All right, let's see if we can get Esoc to change his mind. Any mind change? Anything? No? Let me see if I can find anybody else. Oh, they don't show the face. They're showing bodies. Not showing faces. It's interesting. Because of the kids issue. If it's an injury, that wouldn't affect the kids. Okay, I'm assuming, let's assume having children, there's no issues with having children. All right? Let's leave that issue out of it. Let's say that she can have children, perfectly capable of having children. Isak says there is no utility to marrying a wheelchair woman. No utility. You will just have to listen to a woman yammer on a day with no prize. But Esox, what if she was a former jujitsu guru? You know, like Reina. Mr. Jordan says 1+ is she collect disability? It could be a housewife. Yeah. She says, hey, you can have my disability checks. So what? Well, if Reina got in a serious injury in a match, wheelchair rest of her life, and you had the opportunity to date her, possibly marry her, what's your answer? Would you even start a relationship? And what about this woman? Any change of mind? Oh my gosh. Okay. Nope. Oh my god. All right. Some of these pictures. All right, let's see if we can find a wheelchair woman here to get you guys to change your mind. That looks fake. You look too long scrolling past that. It's hard for me to. All right. What is she doing? Is she playing a So I take it from what you guys are saying, no chance with this girl. Some of these things like catch me off guard. All right, let's see. All right, maybe this girl will get you to change your mind. She's in a wheelchair the rest of her life. She could be all yours. Marriage. What do you say, Mr. Jordan? Would you give her a chance? What if she has feelings in her legs? She just can't walk. She can move her legs around. She can have a baby. The tattoos kill it. Jay, is that you? Jaden, I had some interesting questions here. How do you feel of a beautiful girl in a wheelchair? As far as you pursuing a relationship, does it take away? Is it an automatic no?
I mean, it depends why she's in a wheelchair and if I'd have to, pay for medical expenses and all that.
So Jaden had two interesting takes on it. Why is she in a wheelchair? And does he have to pay any medical expenses?
Like, when I say why is she in a wheelchair, like, if she has, like, a disease that's super expensive to treat, if we get in a
All right, let's say money is not an issue. She's perfectly fine taking care of her own expenses. Comes from a wealthy family. Let's say she got in a car accident. She has, enough money to cover herself.
yeah, I mean, it's fine.
No problems. And what about online, Jaden? What about if you were on Omegle or something and pretty woman in a wheelchair? Is it an automatic hit the button, go to the next person? Or do you actually stop and try to engage?
I'd probably stop and try to engage. I mean, I don't see why not.
All right, Esox says he put his future wife in Discord. Let's take a look, folks. Tell Jaden to start jiu-jitsu. No. Definitely not for Jaden. I can't see my son. I thought about teaching him martial arts. Uh, oh, it's Instagram. I can't do that on here. He sucks. Can you put an actual picture? Can you do a screenshot? Now remember, guys, I was testing for my brown belt the night of my accident where a drunk driver hit me in 1994. I mean, martial arts was a big part of my life from the time I was 13 all the way up till 24. And I started teaching my kids when they were young, but then I saw my son starting to use it on his sisters, and that killed it. That killed it. I didn't trust it. I did not trust where that was headed. Um, we did work on some self defense, but not full blown martial artist. Nerds love jujitsu. No, jujitsu requires going out of the bedroom, so forget it. That's written off the list. Oh, it's a video? Yeah, I can't open Instagram on this computer. This is not my computer. It's for a basketball league. Where is Rebecca? Maybe he'll get him out of the bedroom. How is it going to get him? He's been at the computer for the last 12 years, 13 years, I don't know. No. No. All right, let's continue. I can tell you his answer would be absolutely 1,000,000% no. I will tell you a quick story, though. When Jaden was, let me see, what year? There's another boy in the neighborhood named Jaden. And this kid was aggressive. And they used to go out in the trampoline. I'm going to say my son was 10, 9, maybe 8. He was pretty young. And you want to see? Oh, he went upstairs. All right, so the trampoline we have has the net, so it's kind of like an octagon. So this other kid in the neighborhood, much tougher than my son. My son's frail, very frail, non-confrontational. They started wrestling in the trampoline, and I'm watching this kid throw my son around. I'm trying to teach my son. Nothing I was doing was getting him motivated. So I figured, all right, here's what I'll do. I said to my son, I said, Jaden, if you can, I forget how I phrased it, whether pin the kid or maybe somehow, I think I said pin him, and when you go out there, pretty much defend yourself and you get the kid on the ground and give him a battle, give him a challenge. I forget how I phrased it. I said, I will go and buy you. There was a $59 game he wanted for the Xbox. I said, I'll take you out and buy you that game. And he says, okay. So it's time, same time in the afternoon, they head out back to go into the trampoline where usually my son gets thrown around. But this time I knew, I made him an offer. So I was looking out the window and I seen my son get the other kid in a full Nelson. And I was like, what? And I open up the door and I'm cheering. My son has him in a full Nelson. I don't know. I think he might have thrown him down or something. And I'm cheering. I'm screaming, go, Jaden, go. I come to find out after I bought him the game, a year later, he says, Dad, I got to confess something. We set you up. I told the other kid you were going to buy the game that we wanted. And yeah, I got played. The other kid let him do it. So, bachelors, keep that into your minds when you have children. They can play you. He says, yeah, I told the kid about your offer. We both wanted the game. And they staged it very well. There you go. All right. What about a woman with one leg? Let's say that her body works perfectly fine. She just uses this to get around. Is she written off the list? What do you guys say here? She's written off the list? Okay. All right, let me go and just do some more of my videos because I got to get up early. We're going to the beach tomorrow. Yeah, you're saying no? Definitely right. She's done. All right, let me see what videos I got here. We did the tall. We did TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Let's say pretty much shut Bruce down. Here are the conjoined twins again. Let's see what they're doing this time. What are they saying?
So, be honest, what would you rate our looks out of 20? So, be honest, what would you rate our looks out of 20? So,
All right, what do you rate that? I'll check the link out.
Hey guys, so now I'm gonna teach her a calf slicer. Actually use this position a lot against a lot of high level people, so I think it's a really cool move for her to learn. So let's do it. So we're here, I go for the footlock, she turns.
Okay.
As she turns defending, I'm gonna bury my legs down like this.
Alright.
As I bury, I'm gonna start going to your body here. As I go to your body, I'm gonna bring my hip down, I'm gonna bring my body up and put my body down like this. So what I'm trying to do is like put this into your hips like this. With the calf slicer. You see how strong that becomes?
Yeah.
Now I want you to learn a mounted triangle. Just so you have two attacks from me.
I think Jaden's going to like jujitsu.
So here, you see I'm holding your head like this when I do it, okay?
Yeah.
My knee comes up. Now switch your hand to this. Now, as I switch from this to this.
Can this kid take E-socks?
And I can bring my hip. And now from here I can lock her leg. You see?
Yeah.
So hug my body, bring this knee up to my head.
Yeah.
Now collar tie me with this one. I'll grab my head with this one.
Yeah.
Now switch his hand to here. Now throw this like over my head.
Jaden says he wants to sign up for jujitsu now.
Ooh.
Yes, better. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Now just bring your hips into me. Bring your head down. Yeah, yes. Lower. Bring your hips down.
This kid's the best in the world.
It's strong. It's a lot of pressure on the neck and the choke there.
Okay.
He could beat E-socks.
I think we're good. I think we're good for today.
That kid's taking E-socks. Mr. Jordan, would you throw that kid around? He's also the best leg locker in the world, and you're a leg locker. You stand no chance? Him? Unbelievable. No chance. I know better. I know he's good. All right, I give Mr. Jordan a baseball bat in the octagon against him. Who comes out standing? You probably get tapped in 15 seconds? What? 15 seconds. Would Mr. Jordan have any chance with a baseball bat? All right. Let me see some more of my video. No. They're both saying no. All right. By the way, their names are Pamela and I think Brianna are the conjoined twins. They're real girls. All right. Let me find some more of my videos here. Esocks, what is this? I wrote. What kind of move is that? Esocks, can you describe this? The guy has won no weight class divisions at the highest level. Have you ever seen this position with the leg locks? That is pretty wild. What did Mr. Jordan bring up? What is this video?
My friend, would you mind just giving her some space? I think that's easy to do. I think she just wants to listen to her mix. I think she's got a dope mix and she just wants to listen.
You have my face! Mind your business! What's going on? What's wrong with you? Didn't you just hear me say to him? Last time I said don't talk to me. That goes for you too.
Hey, buddy. Remember the three nice guys that tried to give you a warning? We think that we need to be a little more stern with you. She does not want your attention.
She doesn't want to be bothered. Was that bothering you?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know you.
Let's get up.
Just go ahead and make this next stop your stop, okay? Fine. Let's go.
Come on, dude.
Buddy,
Come on, man.
Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Dude.
Oh,
I'm really sorry about that. Chill out, right?
You hit 1-2 hour ago when I was sparring? Do you think that's scripted right there? Let's go to the comments. All right, comments. This is a social media experiment. I've seen this Malcolm Warner look alike before. Oh my God. He does look like Malcolm Warner. In Miami, there would be 2 drawn handguns. He should have had his ID card taken and received a warning. Simply removing him from the vehicle is insufficient. Men, you are heroes to be that. Oh, there YouTube flagged me. Unbelievable. They flagged me. All right, I'll ask you, real or AI? All right, Mr. Jordan wants me to see Discord. Now I got the big YouTube thing here. All right, let's take a look at Mr. Jordan's. What is this? What am I watching? Am I watching 2 midgets trying to bum rush one guy? The midgets don't have a chance. Strongman versus 2 MMA twins? Are the little ones midgets? Eddie Hall fights 2 guys at once. They're not midgets. That guy is just massive. Oh my gosh. Now, is this guy able to take the jiu-jitsu world champion that we just saw with the girl? Who comes standing out of the octagon? There's no way the jiu-jitsu guy beats this guy. I don't care what jiu-jitsu you know. You're not hurting him. What are you saying, Esox? Who wins? You're taking the big guy? Yeah, I think I am too. All right, let me go through some of my other videos that I picked out. So did you know what that leg lock was around that guy's head? Okay. These conjoined twins are killing me.
Who usually pays for dinner? The guy pays and treats his girl, right? Who usually pays for dinner? The guy pays and treats his girl, right? Who usually pays for dinner?
Would you guys take them out on a date? Would you guys have any... Wait, it wasn't a leg lock. It was a side triangle? You did that today in sparring. Isak says he's been doing kickboxing since he was 5 or 6 years old. He's the best in the world jiu-jitsu with good wrestling. Are you saying the skinnier jiu-jitsu guy is beating that Marmaluke? All right, Esox or Mr. Jordan, would you take conjoined twins out on a date? Would you have a problem going in public? Just to go out on a date. You're saying the jiu-jitsu guy beats the big guy. Wow. Would that be a tremendous pay-per-view event? That would be interesting. All right, who wins in the octagon? The jiu-jitsu guy versus Nurmagomedov. Habib. Wow. And would it be a very interesting fight to watch? All right, let me look at more of my videos that I scraped up here. He's won entire divisions against 300-pound opponents. Does he beat Habib? Down stars! Down stars in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to the beach in about 8.5 hours. You're back from camp. Good to see you, my man. How did camp go? Tell us, Down stars. How was camp? No, he wouldn't beat Habib. All right, I want to show you a police officer that got, I believe, fired for this. He got fired.
This video, captured in 2024, shows a former Ormond Beach police officer attacking a woman in handcuffs. I'm News 6 investigator Mike.
I think he actually went to jail.
Woman, a convicted drunk driver, has now filed this lawsuit against the city. In December
Habib wouldn't beat him?
Police took Shanna McCrae in for questioning after she was suspected of driving drunk and rear-ending a motorcycle. Police say McCrae was
He wouldn't beat Habib in any form of grappling, maybe MMA.
Attempted to give her a breath test. This happened. Officer Cannon was later arrested and sentenced to 6 months in jail after pleading no contest.
Do you feel he deserves 6 months in jail for causing that laceration? Keep it Dutch down, stars. Yep. Thanks, guys. I see it. All right, let's look at Mr. Jordan's video.
When I scream like a little girl and see myself go back to club.
These shock gloves will soon be used by immigration and customs enforcement agents. ICE is planning
Yeah, I heard these new gloves are being given out. Yep.
The devices known as CTG5GLOVE, which stands for Generated Low Output Voltage Emitter, according to a notice published by the Department of Homeland Security. In example,
I did hear that in the news. Wow. But that means you have to physically touch somebody. You got to get very, very close.
The company markets the glove as a wearable de-escalation device that can be shifted into electrical mode, delivering a maximum voltage of up to 380 volts that, quote, inhibits, distracts the subject from performing coordinated...
Esox, would you beat the jiu-jitsu guy if you had a pair of the gloves on?
...subject at one time, and should not be used for more than 15 seconds in many instances. The company also warns the gloves should not be used as punishment or on high-risk individuals, including those who are pregnant, elderly, severely disabled, or children. The notice comes as ICE faces scrutiny over what critics say are aggressive and dangerous tactics, amid pressure from the Trump administration to make around 2,000 arrests daily. The devices would be delivered by March 2027, according to DHS. CNN has reached out to DHS and Compliant Technologies for comment, but has not received a response.
Wow. Wow. Things are going to get different around here, folks. ICE wearing gloves. How are they going to get around that? Man. Then you're going to start giving them to police officers. It's going to be a lot easier taking people down. Man, that's going to change things. Non-lethal. I mean, women are going to be able to take men down now much easier. Definitely. I think it's a good idea. Just listen to law enforcement. It's pretty simple. Wouldn't do anything against a crackhead, though. Good thing it's just for illegal immigrants. Well, I think this goes over good with ICE. I think all officers are going to want these, especially ladies. Yeah, ever see a lady trying to arrest a male? She's going to love to have those gloves. Man, especially like officers walking up to a car. How many times do you see them, like, somebody pull a gun or something on a traffic stop? Yeah, if I was an officer, I'd love to have one glove on, one hand free, one glove. Maybe two gloves on, approaching somebody's window. You never know. It's definitely interesting. If a suspect is avoiding her arrest, they're going to get shot with a taser anyways. Oh, no problems with this. I like it. What? What?
Bird.
Oh, Cheryl.
Oh, Jeff, get him.
You want me to get a bird?
Hurry, stay. Girls, stay. Quick,
What?
he's fluttering in the kitchen.
What do you want
Please
me to do?
stay. Jeff, can you help me, please? Hurry.
You want me to
Get
get
gloves.
a bird?
Hurry, he's scratching me. Get those girls to stay.
Put
Tell
the
them to
cat in
stay.
the other room.
Hurry, ouch! Hurry, tell the girls to stay. Girls, stay.
Where's their bird?
It's on the carpet. It's still alive. Give it a glow. Stop bringing birds in.
This thing?
It's still alive, Jeff. It just needs to be flipped.
Ugh.
Get gloves, quick.
Well, I'm not touching it. I'll get the pooper scooper.
Okay, well, put it like on the neighbor's property because it's still alive. Put it under the tree out back.
This is the life of a
Oh, stupid cat got me.
wife who's a cat lover.
Going in.
So I've already,
Hey, you wanted to keep this one.
I've scooped up 2 rabbits, one without a head today, one in my house, and now a bird. And this one's alive. Now, what am I supposed to do with a bird that's still alive? I don't even know where to put it. Anybody got suggestions where I could put this thing?
Careful. Put it under the trees all the way back. Because it's alive.
Where?
Under the pine trees.
Bigfoot's?
Yeah.
The cats are just going to get it. I mean, theoretically, I should put the thing out of its misery. I don't know where I could put this thing that it's going to live. Sorry, Mr. Bird. Don't put it in your backyard. Put it in the front. But I think the safest thing is to put it down the sewer. At least it won't get killed by the cats. The cats are going to get it out here. If I drop him down the sewer, maybe he can survive. And he'll be protected from the cats. Or should we just let the cats put him out of their misery? Oh, man. Whoa, moving. It's trying to get out. I'm going to put it down the sewer. Put it near the curb. Well, if I put it down here, at least it'll have a chance. Here, bird. Go. Okay, go down there. Bird, you got to go down there. You got to get down there. He's chirping. I can't even get him down there. Did he go down? He went down. All right. Look, he's safe down there. No cats can get him. There's water down there. All right. I feel better he's down there. Anywhere out here, he's toast. Well, we got 7 cats. There's no way he's surviving out here. I gave him his best chance. I gotta pee. You guys will have to hold on. Well, that was fun. Well, that tunnel will lead him out to the other end, so he should be able to get out after he recoups and gets some strength here. Now, I'm going to ask you, are these pickles or cucumbers? Oh man, we got like 7 cats. Now, my wife says she made knockoffs, but those are cucumbers. I don't want cucumbers. Those are at least are pickles. I want some Grillos. Gonna save them for tomorrow. Jeff, pickling is a process. It's what you call fermentation. Hence why you pickled eggs, ginger. Yeah, I know. Bruce explained the whole thing. All right. Well, guys, I got to get to bed. I got a huge day tomorrow. I will be going live from the beach. So, I'm exhausted. All right, y'all. So, if you guys are going to be around, I'm probably going to be going live from the beach. Could start anywhere around 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, all the way up. From the boardwalk, I'll go live like I did from Grottos before. That's going to be in the area of 6 or 7 Eastern tomorrow. And yeah, pickled cucumbers are the most common. No naturally pickled food called a pickle. Oh, all right. Well, I learned something tonight. All right, guys. Well, it was fun hanging out. And hope we learned something tonight. I'll be going live on the beach tomorrow, as they say in China.